Well, thank you guys, everybody. Thanks for joining us again this afternoon. Thanks for being here. We just wanted to take the opportunity to give a brief update on kind of where operations have been today. With all the work that's been done so far, the southwest part of Scottsbluff, some of our operations have been expanded into the northwest corners of Gearing this afternoon, to include some of the Bellevue addition, some of the Badlands area, the National Park Service grounds. We've done some work, our volunteers have done some work in the area of Owl Road in between the National Park Service grounds and the river. We're also, we've gotten compliance from the Gearing Central Canal folks. They've been able to shut the water down for us starting at where it comes from the river. So we have people searching, walking along the canal now. We also have a drone right now up in the air going from Five Rocks Road and Stable Club Road. They're going to follow that canal all the way east to where it dumps into the river again, or wherever it terminates, excuse me. So we're still have crews out on boots on the ground searching. As far as, we've got a lot of agencies involved today. The Nebraska State Patrol has been brought on board to help us analyze some of the cell phone data. They're still processing that for us. We hope to have some of that information yet even this afternoon. With that, the family, Chance's family has been kind enough to provide us a flyer that gives some information about Chance. They've been kind enough to give that to us. We have pushed it out onto each of our department's Facebook pages. We'll be providing our local news media and any media we can get. We'll provide this to you so you guys can help us get this out. Okay. Sorry, did you guys get a picture of it? Okay. Again, we'll push that out to you guys so you have it. With that, we'd like to invite some of Chance's family up to speak and give them a chance to be heard as well. So if any of the family would like to come up. You guys want intros as far as have them give their name? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to get out of the way.
Yes, I'm Dawn Englebert. I'm Chance's mom. My husband Everett. Our boy Miles. Bailey and Banks. Scott. We just ask anybody to send any information. Somebody had to see something and know something. This just isn't Chance. He's not like this. He definitely would have went for a walk for a few hours to clear his mind, but he would have been home. He would have been with his son.
He's a pretty good old kid. He wouldn't have been gone this long from his baby boy.
He's a family man. He loves his whole family. He would have done this to us. So please, and we are offering a reward. People are donating all the time for that. For any information leading to get us Chance back, safe or not safe.
Do you mind if I ask a question?
Yes, please.
You guys have raised money for the reward and that's been through donations. If somebody wants to donate to you guys, how can they do that?
They can send it to the Black Hills Federal Credit Union in care of Chance Englebert Reward Money. It is at 330 South Chicago, Hot Springs, South Dakota, 57747.
And I'm sure you guys appreciate those who've been generous enough to help you guys out with that reward.
Yes, the surrounding community for Gearing, Scottsbluff, Torrington, Edgemont, Gillette has been astounding.
If somebody knows something, they're scared, call the local law enforcement and remain unanimous. Just say something, do something, man up a little bit, do something.
Also, I'm her mom. If anybody has security cameras, we all take for granted just because we live in a house they didn't walk by our neighborhood. If you look on your cameras the night of that night and look from May 7 to maybe midnight, even later, I think it's not gonna hurt anything, but if you have a security camera system of any kind, look at that, please. Maybe it will help find an answer, that he walked by a time frame so that we can see, maybe pinpoint where he was at.
Got a white and black trucker's cap on, the back half was all white, see-through mesh, and up here there wasn't an insignia or nothing, just plain black.
His regular shirt was grayish purple, had light streaks of gray in it. He wasn't wearing his MWZs, it was a different regular jean. He had old school ropers on, and the footprints have distinctive horseshoes on them, so pretty noticeable. About a size 9 shoe.
Is there any, do you guys want to maybe talk about what kind of son or husband or father that Chance was for those who may be watching? And
I can't say what kind of a husband he was, but he was an awesome kid. Would help anybody out. Yeah, he liked to have fun, he partied, but he loved more.
Worked hard, paid his bills, doing a good job, had his head on pretty good for a 25-year-old.
Extremely responsible. Handled all of his responsibilities before he ever did anything else.
Was he slated to start a new job this week on Monday?
He was supposed to start his new job Monday, and I've been in contact with them and his previous job at Dollar Coal Mine.
And his job is still ready for him in Moorcroft. Both the bosses have contacted us and said, bring Chance back, we want him here to work. Yes, he was one of the 600 laid off, but he had a future, that wasn't a problem. Thank you.
I think that's all we got.
Sorry.
can I ask a question?
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah.
Apologize.
So there's some rumors, and you know how Facebook is. The Wyoming authorities are also involved in doing their own search on that side of the state line. Do you know anything about that?
I personally do not. Sheriff Overland, do you have any information about that?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't, the only thing I know is that just today, we got this flyer today, and the flyer is in the hands of law enforcement in Wyoming and South Dakota and Nebraska.
Yeah.
And so that's the notification. We've already been in contact with Moorcroft, the police department, and some other police departments up there. I don't know of any active searches going on right now.
What about utilizing the Nebraska Endangered Missing Advisory? Have you guys looked at doing that at all, or what's the process for that?
I have not, and I haven't been a part of any discussion with anything like that. We've relied on our resources through national databases, sending that information out to to folks in Wyoming, South Dakota. But no, that hasn't been a part of any discussion I've been involved in.
And do you guys expect to continue searching today? It sounds like. What about going into tomorrow?
So, based on whatever the last remaining teams, when they come back, we'll figure out what information they've got for us. It's going to take a little bit for that drone to fly over the canal. That's a significant distance it's got to go. Depending on whatever information comes out of that, we'll all reconvene here at some point in time later on this afternoon, and we'll figure out a game plan for tomorrow.
And what agency is providing the drone?
It's a private owner here in Gary.
Oh, okay.
So in addition to the 16 agencies yesterday, we have State Patrol who joined on today, plus
Yes.
the private drone operator.
Yes, yes, and the private drone operator has actually been out previously. He's a resource that we like to utilize, and he's been very, very cooperative and helpful.
In the last 24 hours, have there been any other public tips that have come in that you are currently efforting that are still valid leads?
Nothing I can think of, Ryan. A lot of what our investigators are working on is kind of what that cell phone data is going to drive us toward. I'll just say this, I'm going to reiterate, especially now that we've kind of concentrated our search efforts here, Southwest Gary southwest Scottsbluff, northwest Gearing. I'll reiterate our plea to any of the landowners outside of the areas we've already searched, out into the county. Those landowners, we're asking, if you haven't already, please look at your outbuildings. Look at any canals, any streams that may run through your property. Anything that those folks can do for us is a huge help for us.
Any other, I guess, leads that he might have ended up a little more north of here? I've heard some scuttlebutt about being at Walmart late Saturday night. Is there any merit to that? Is that something that's still being investigated?
From the information I've got, there was no video footage from Walmart.
The other day I asked you about Western Travel Terminal. Do you have any update on that? Were you guys able to?
The information I've got is there's no video footage of Chance at WTT. But I'll also say this, I mean, if anybody was, and I know it's been said, and the family did a great job of asking, if anybody saw anything, if anybody heard anything, if anybody just happened to be driving through the Gearing, Terrytown, this part of Scottsbluff, and just saw somebody walking around sometime between 7:30 and as late as even midnight maybe, give us a call. We'll run down any information that somebody can give us if they were driving around. That storm rolled through shortly after 9, 9:15, somewhere around there, was done around 10 o'clock. That's kind of a critical time for us to be looking at if anybody saw somebody walking around during that time especially, because that would be a time you wouldn't expect to see somebody out walking around. Okay.
I don't have any additional questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions, Ryan?
Just wrapping up one more time for everyone that's watching live, that number, the best number that people can call with any information.
They can give the Gearing Police Department a call, 308-436-5089. After hours, it would be area code 308-436-5088.
Thank you guys for the update.
Thank you guys for coming.